Okay, before we start with this, the material that you're gonna need is pretty much inside the box. So you're gonna need one screwdriver, very simple, any screwdriver will do, and you're gonna need for sure your smartphone to have to make the configuration on the device.
وكل اللي هتحتاجه في تركيب الجهاز مفك والموبايل الشخصي بتاعك عشان تقدر تكونفيجر من عليه الابلكيشن.
Okay, to make it easier, I already took the screws out, but the first thing you gotta do, just unplug the device from the back. Not unplug, just disconnect here this first plastic part. Okay, so we're gonna use this later on.
بنشيل الجزء الاولاني بس الكفر بتاع الجهاز عشان نقدر.
Then you're gonna have the 4 screws. You should take it out, and you're gonna have access to the inside of the product. Okay. First thing to notice, you're gonna have one rubber band here around the device, and this is just to make sure the device will not have any moisture or water going inside, because the device, as it will be outside the house, should be splash proof at least. Okay.
الاطار المطاطي اللي بيبقى موجود على الفريم بتاع الجهاز ده بيمنع دخول التراب والميه عشان الجهاز اوريدي بيتركب بره في يعني اوبن اير، فلازم يبقى داست بروف على الاقل عشان نحمي البورد من اي تراب او ميه ممكن يجوا عليه.
Great, so here we will be covering the basics of what's inside the product, what this board means, and how to make the simplest installation possible. Okay.
دلوقتي هنبص بصه سريعه على البورد من جوه وعلى القطعه الاساسيه فيها وازاي نبقى نستخدم اسهل طريقه للانستليشن للجهاز.
Great. So the first thing you're gonna notice is the device already has an antenna. This is to be communicating with the antennas from the service providers. In this case, you could choose any provider you want, Orange, Vodafone, or Etisalat. It's up to your choice. And you're gonna have the adapter where you're gonna put the SIM card, and you're gonna have a couple of connections in the bottom of the board that we're gonna cover now.
اول حاجه هنلاحظها في البورد من جوه ان فيها انتنه، دي اللي بتتواصل مع الجي اس ام نتورك. ممكن تستخدم اي شركه زي ما انت عايز، فودافون، اورنج او اتصالات. وفي هنا الادابتر بتاع الاس اي ام اللي بتركب فيه الشريحه، وفي تحت الكونكشن اللي بنستخدمها في توصيلات اخرى زي البيبان.
To make it very simple for anyone using the product, all of the adapters you're gonna be using, they are marked with a name, and you can find this on the manual that it's provided on the website. Okay, so as far as we are concerned about the installation, the main point is the communication you're gonna use. In this case, I have here a SIM card of example. I'm gonna just plug it in. As you can see, it's a regular SIM card.
كل التفاصيل اللي هتحتاجها في التوصيلات اللي موجوده في البورد هتلاقيها في اليوزر مانيوال اللي بيجي مع الجهاز، والقطعه الاساسيه اللي انت بتستخدمها هي الاس اي ان كارد اللي بتحطها في المكان ده.
Great. So this card, just a couple of things that we should mention. First of all, the card should have credits. If not, you will not be able to interact with the device. Okay, because most of the configuration will be done by messages. Okay, SMS messages. And when someone plugs, not plugs, but presses the front of the device, it will make a call to the smartphone. You configure it first.
في حاجات لازم نحطها في الحسبان قبل ما نقفل الجهاز او الشريحه اللي بنستخدمها في الجهاز، لازم تكون فيها رصيد. كل الكونفيجريشن اللي بيتم عن طريق السيلفون، الموبايل والجهاز بتبقى عن طريق المسجز، فلازم تكون الشريحه فيها رصيد عشان تقدر تبعت مسجز وتستقبل مسجز عشان نكمل الكونفيجريشن.
Great. So the first tip is to make sure that this is working, the SIM card is working. So first, before you plug it in here, you can just disconnect, put in a smartphone, try to make a call, send a message to someone. If everything is working, you know that will work here. And the second tip about the GSM card is, if possible, use it as a post-paid instead of prepaid, because if you need to be putting credits all the time in this device, it may have a time that you don't have credits and someone try to come in and it will not ring on your phone.
اول حاجه لازم نتاكد منها ان الشريحه شغاله، نجربها في تليفون قبل ما نحطها في الجهاز. تاني حاجه لازم ناخد بالنا ان يكون الشريحه دي على فاتوره، احسن ما تبقى بريبايد او مسبقه الدفع، لانك ممكن الرصيد اللي فيها يخلص فبعد كده الديفايس مش هيبقى شغال. لو هي فاتوره يبقى انت بتفضل شغال على طول، وبعد كده بتبقى تدفع الفاتوره بتاعتك.
Great. Now that we have the basics settled, we gotta discuss what will come inside our power adapter box. Okay. First of all, you just open this box. It's a simple box. It will come with a power adapter like this, and with a plug to plug it in the wall. Okay. We already have one set it here, so we don't need to worry about this. But the main thing is now it will come for the adapters that we bought, that came inside the box. We're gonna connect them to one of these adapters. The one that we're gonna connect is the power one, so we gotta be sure that the positive is in the correct place. So the positive is also marked in the same place. You're gonna have here the input of 12 volts on CND2, and this means that you just gotta be careful where you're gonna plug these cables here.
دلوقتي احنا هننتقل للخطوه بتاعت الادابتر بتاعت توصيل الباور للجهاز. الجهاز بيجي معاه ادابتر. الادابتر ده لازم نطلع اليوزر مانيوال، لازم نستخدم اليوزر مانيوال اثناء التوصيل، عشان لو وصلنا التوصيل غلط ممكن نخسر الجهاز، فلازم تطلع على اليوزر مانيوال الاول قبل ما توصل الباور بتاعك.
Great, so we can take this one out. As a quick example, you can see that here we have G and D for ground and plus 12. Plus 12 should be the positive. So on the installation, I already took care of this on my cable, and I make sure that the cables are in the right place. Okay. Now for the other adapter you're gonna have, because you have two that are exactly the same, and the third one is a different adapter because you have three inputs here. Okay, this will be the adapter that will control the electric lock if you wish to control the entry of your house or of your business with this device.
الجهاز بيجي معاه 3 ادابتر زي ما شفنا. في الادابتر بتاع الباور بيبقى فتحتين بس، الادابتر الثالث بيبقى فيه 3 فتحات، ده عشان كنترولينج الماج لوك، البيبان لو عايز تكنترول الباب عن طريق الموبايل انتركم.
Great, so you're gonna have here the CN6, you can find this on the manual as well, and you're gonna have normally closed and normally open. Okay, when you select a lock, it will just depend on how your lock works, and then you can configure the 2 cables here. You're gonna also have one adapter as the sensor to check if the door is still open. Most of the electromagnetic locks, they will come with a sensor, and you can connect the sensor here, so the device will warn you if the door is still open or not. And also you're gonna have another adapter for a push button should you choose to have a push button inside of your house or inside of your business, where you can just press and open the door without calling the device or having any other interaction with the device itself.
الثلاث توصيلات اللي موجودين على البوردة بيبقى الأول فيهم للسنسور بتاع الباب، ده اللي بيعرفك اذا كان الماج لوك مفتوح او مقفول، الباب مفتوح او مقفول. الكونكشن الثاني ده بتاع قفل وفتح الباب، معمول الباش باتن او الزرار اللي بيفتح الباب وبيقفله، والثالث معمول عشان الباور.
Great. So the first thing we gonna do just before we power the device on is just make sure you've downloaded the application. The application is available for the Android smartphones and also for iOS.
الابلكيشن اللي بنستخدمه في كنترولينج في التحكم في الموبايل انتركم موجود على الاب ستور وموجود للاي او اس برضه، للاندرويد والاي او اس فونز.
Okay, great. If you have all of these prerequisites done, which is quite easy, taking out the testing of the SIM card, this should not take you more than 5 minutes. It's quite simple to do it. You can then power your device. Remember, this is the first time we're powering the device, so this device is not yet on the stage where we're gonna put it to the wall, okay? And this is important to know, because when you're putting in a wall, you gotta pass the cable through the back of the product, because if the back is already set, you will not be able to power the device, okay? This also, it's an important tip for when you want to have the power adapter in a further distance than this cable. So if you want, you can extend this cable, so you can power the device inside of your house and send just an electrical cable to the device and connect. If you respect the positive in the ground, you just connect this small piece and you can power the device from inside the house as well.
كده كل التحضيرات الأولية اللي قبل ما نثبت الجهاز فيها خلصناها. في حاجة أخيرة لازم ناخد بالنا منها، إن قبل ما نثبت الجهاز لازم ننفذ الباور سبلاي من هنا. لو عايز تعمل اكستنشن للباور سبلاي عشان مسافة كبيرة ما بين مكان الباور والمدخل بتاع البيت، ممكن نستخدم اكستنشن، بس لازم برضو نخلي بالنا من الموجب والسالب بتاع الباور سبلاي عشان ما نخسرش الجهاز.